Hello, Honorable Excellencies, delegates, fellow students, and research scholars from various segments of social services. I am Chandan Kumar Mishra, once again sharing you my understanding and research reports for your further understanding, analysis, elaborations, interpretations, and considerations for your scheduled program of action as per your free will and interest. Guys, how will you contact the prospective reporting officer with your follow-up proposal after watching and or attending his or her presentation? Follow the above mentioned standard operation procedures for your productivity enhancement and improved work performance for your suitable and sustainable personality development. With best wishes from Chandan Kumar Mishra, stress management trainer and author, YouTube class channel ID at Chandan My Vidya. There is a question for the day, like International Telecommunication Union, United Nations, UNESCO, World Bank, International Monetary Fund, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, International Standardization Organization, and International Finance Corporations, UNCTAD, and other concerned stakeholders should constitute a joint commission in association with World Intellectual Property Organization for performance audit of the YouTube Corporation, Google, and other online knowledge processing service providers for investigation about standard operation procedure being followed for assuring protection and development of the intellectual workers working across the globe for knowledge processing as well as assuring financial rights protection of the every intellectual workers working on various kinds of online infometrics ventures. UNESCO could acquire YouTube team and other online audiovisual and textual knowledge processing services providers for assuring their life insurance and offering permanent job with UN entities or other suitable opportunities as per sustainable development goals for sustainable education. Prove it. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, साबित करें कि संयुक्त कल्याणकारी लोकतंत्र में प्रत्येक प्रतिनिधित्व कथन के कोई पक्ष है तो कोई विपक्ष है, किंतु किसी जन कल्याणकारी राष्ट्र की कार्यरत सरकार में वह सभी जन प्रतिनिधित्व मूल्यवान है जो दक्ष है। यानी कि जो भी जनता कल्याण के लिए सही बात करते हैं उन सबका कथन का सम्मान किया जाता है। पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशंस को भी सम्मान दिया जाता है सरकार द्वारा। प्रूव दैट एवरी स्टेटमेंट ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ सिटीजन्स इश्यूज हैज सर्टेन फेवरिंग एंड अपोजिशन facet in united welfare democracy, but all kinds of skillful representation always remains precious for welfare oriented decision making by working government for people's welfare in a nation. Chandan Kumar Mishra, 14 October 2025. I have written it yesterday. The next question, we often discuss, often listen or observe during regular presentations like granting permanent memberships and all kind of thing into the United Nations Security Council, United Nations organizations, and at other interfaces for communication. But at per the intellectual invitations, welcome instinct, hospitality, and accommodation of the thought process and delegates are assured this inevitable. So the question rises that if any member nations of the United Nations would work for improving friendly relationship with other members nation of the United Nations throughout the year, permanent presence of the initiatives undertaken by concerned and interested members nation would be de facto included in agenda items for monitoring and evaluation related proceedings of the United Nations and other eminent international and national entities. Permanent and sustainable bilateral and multilateral diplomacy would be assured by virtue of the nature of the work of the members nations to the United Nations. Prove it. Next question. Prove the utility and application of mandamus test formula. 4. Proactive risk management as per the United Nations Disaster Risk Reduction Organization. 4. Various kinds of statements issued by intellectuals across the globe. The derived formula for censorship is as follows: like so and so statements were released, or it should be or should not be, what, like whether you will recommend or boycott. So and so dot dot should be or should not be dot dot because or otherwise so and so may happen, thus or hence. Like you can use the statement like peace related initiatives should be implemented because peace is the ultimate path of sustainable development. Thus, peace related initiatives and activities should be implemented. This is an example, and on the basis of such arguments, you can elaborate, interpret, discuss, debate on various statements released at various interfaces of intellectual conversations. Next, all kinds of official letters and posts for any person are usually sent by government by post offices. What if either of the corrupt postal staff willfully ignores his or her obliged duty to deliver the information and goods sent through post office supply chain to the related respective beneficiary? The subjected beneficiary of the information and goods would remain deprived and unknown about the related belongingness. Other side, the suspected corrupt postal staff as unidentified cunning robber in disguise would loot the identity of the duly authorized beneficiary and may plot organized crime against those victims whose informations and properties were previously looted by the suspected criminals. I request through this public interest litigation for strict inspection on all Indian post offices for investigation about probabilities of as such instances of serious crime of information, theft and goods robbery of other person as corruption is doubted. Cross verification and CCTV closed circuit television surveillance, other kinds of surveillance based retrospective transport and delivery channel check, record keeping of all kinds of received post in incoming register at all outlets of information logistics management offices, and entry in dispatch register, delivery roster should be checked. Criminals should be arrested and punished with proportionate imprisonment and punishment. Expand this crime investigation theory for strategic planning and investigation for human right protection. Then today on 15th 15 October 2025 inspection visit report is as follows: like repair and maintenance of the roadways are required at various places in transit path of Janipur to Fulwari Sharif and Khogol. Deposition of dust particles and fumigable particulate matters could be reduced by scientific repair of the roadways by concerned authorities like Central Public Works Department (CPWD). Installation of street lights, construction of road path dividers, construction of overhead or under road pedestrian crossing bridge at densely populated sites would reduce risk and vulnerabilities of road accidents. Next, daily wages workers, street vendors, and public utilities vehicles drivers should be supported by economic relief package for almost 120 days lockdown in 2020 all over the places, as the Delhi government has distributed special relief packages for above mentioned classes of victims of financial crunch during the lockdown period. As the pollution check of the vehicles are performed on periodic intervals, pulmonary health care checkup and treatment for all public transport drivers, traffic police, and security staffs, as well as daily travelers, should be assured on periodic basis. As per the enforced Model Code of Conduct amid forthcoming elections, reasonable restrictions are applicable for every sector. Specific guidelines and hectic workload for preparation and commencement of election would remain priority area of concerns for accountable department and officials. Preventive security maintenance related provisions would be practiced. Civilians should cooperate the administration for law and order maintenance. Although new welfare schemes and policies for Bihar state would be launched by only newly elected government after election, previously implemented schemes would continue offering ease of living and social security services to the society. So ease of living related services would continue, social security related services would also continue. Probably civilian disarmament action would be taken and control of criminalization of the politics would be assured. Next, public administration system would assure required coordination support for visiting guests and excellencies from national and international organizations to meet and discuss with related services sector specific native services providers, government department, and civil society organizations representatives. For example, visiting World Health Organization team would work in coordination with State Health Society for further investigation and service delivery related cooperation and partnership. Investors for foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment ventures would be connected with BIADA, Bihar Industrial Area Development Authority, and respectively. Translate the above mentioned sentences into your respective language of understanding like हिंदी मातृभाषा में आप अनुवाद करिए और अनुवाद करने के साथ आप जिस भाषा में लिखते हैं like translate the above mentioned sentences into your respective language of understanding and scripts of inscription. Critically analyze these statements and elaborate in brief your understanding. Draft your letters of correspondence for further communication with relevant stakeholders and services providers as per your interest and free will. In the meanwhile, best wishes for forthcoming Deepavali. I will be continuing sharing other presentations during these periods. Sri Ganeshaya Namah.